Now, in this video, I will give you the brief overview of this complete COVID-19 tracker app which I have made. So first, we will create a project and give it a name like COVID app, and afterwards, I have created some folders inside my live folder. So I will give you the overview of each folder, and you can find this complete source code of this project in the link given in the description box. And I've also uploaded this project in Github, so you can download it from there. So first folder is components. Well, in this folder, I have created my custom widgets like an action button widget. So in this action button.dart, I have created my custom button using raw material button, where I have provided the function like on press, and in its style I have provided icon, shape, and etc. Now my next widget is color box. So let me tell you the use of this color box. So as you can see that over here we are having some color boxes which are indicating the color of each type of patients, like whether it is sick, recovered, and dead. If it is red, then the color box is having the color of black, and if it is recovered, so it is having the color of green. So as for sick people. So this is our color box widget, which I have used a container, and inside this container we are passing the parameter color. Okay. Now third widget is error alert. So if you are opening this app and you have not enabled your internet connection, so it will throw an error, and other types of error as well which you are getting in your exception boxes. So for that I have made an alert dialog box, and I have customized it by using a flat button inside its action parameter. So that's it. Now fourth is our stack pie. Now you will be wondering that what it is a stack pie. So let me tell you. Now when you're seeing this first string, you are getting that we are having a column, and inside this column first we are having date, then the name, and afterwards we are having a pie chart, and inside this pie chart also we are having some data, and below that we are having our rows of statistics. So for this widget we have created our stack pie. So our stack pie will be containing a column, and inside this column we will be having our pie chart, then pie chart data, and each pie chart data will be containing pie chart section data. Okay. So now our next widget is stats dart, and in this stats dart, as we have mentioned earlier, we have created a column. Now inside this we are having stats row. So first let us see what the stats row is. As you can see, this portion where you can see that each row is having a color box and some text with it. So this a single widget is I have named as stats row. So in our stats row, let me show you first. So in our stats row, we will be having a row. Inside this row, we will be having our color box, some text, and again some text. And to format that text, I have used a format method. Okay. So like if you are having a huge number, okay, for so like you are having a huge number for indicating the total count of sick patients. So it will be automatically add commas inside your number. Now, so here we are completed with our components. So let me show you the utilities. Now inside your utilities, we will be creating a Dart file named constants. Now this is our constant file, like what color should be. Now in this file, we will be dealing with all the constants variables, like we have already defined a constant color for our primary color, background color, what color should be of sick people, recovered people, and here I have also already defined the styles of each widget also, like what style should be of our date, or our alert background, what font family it should have, what size of the text should be, and so on. So here I have defined styles for each and every widget, like active data, death of style for death people data, and even the style for our location label, total label, and alert title, and so on. So you can find every type of styles that you want to give to your particular widget. So you don't have to write each and every style again and again for like inline coding. So here we are done with our utilities also. So now we will see the model folder. So obviously, if you want to make this app work, so you need to fetch some data. So for fetching that data, we will be creating two Dart files in our model section. First is coronavirus data. So in this file, I have created a class, and this class is having parameters like date, location label, total number, recovered number, dead number, and so on. So I have created a factory class for this. Now, factory constructors, let me tell you what factory constructors do. So, factory constructors allow you to implement a number of techniques and patterns without altering code that consumes your class. So, in short, it returns an instance of your class. Okay. So, inside our factory constructor class, I have created a method name formatted, and here I have passed some arguments like map string, dynamic, JSON. So, I hope you might be knowing about the JSON. So JSON will be returning the data, or you can say the responsive, in the type of map, and which is having the type string and dynamic, which means that the response that we will be fetching will be having key pair value. So the key will be always the type of string, but the value which it will be having with itself, it will be of dynamic type. So it can be whether an integer or a double. So that's why we have passed this argument. And the second argument is that we are passing the string country. So after fetching this argument, we will be fetching our JSON's response. Okay. So now you might be wondering, what is this JSON global and total conform? So for that, I will take you first to the services method. Now the services method folder will be dealing with the Dart files, which will be using this model Dart files. Okay, so here I have created one coronavirus service.dart, which will be using this factory methods of this coronavirus data. So here we have declared our class coronavirus service, because our factory method will be returning the instance of that class. So as you can see, we have our base URL. This is the URL from where we will be retrieving, or you can say fetching, our data for our app. So let me show you how this will look like. So the data which we want to fetch for our first screen, so we want to fetch global data. So this is our base URL, and we have added one more keyword with it. Okay. So this is that URL, and this is the data in that URL. As you can see, we are having an array of data, and in that array our first keyword is global. So in our first screen, we want to fetch the global data like total number of death, total number of recovery, and total number of active people. So we will be fetching this whole response body in our JSON, and to fetch the particular data, we will be passing this parameter that we want global data. So we will be writing JSON global, and in another square brackets, we will be writing total conform, and so on. So here we have created one method like get latest data, in which we will be fetching our global data. So in its if condition, we have written that if our response is fetched successfully, it will return the status code of 200, and this response will be passed to our coronavirus data.formatted method. Okay. So like that, I have created some few methods, like if you want to fetch data from location wise or get location data from country code and so on. So now we will go to our screens first of all. Then I will explain you this another districts.dart. So in our screen folders, as you can see, I am having 4 screens. Okay. So first we will discuss about the start screen, which is our very first screen. So here, as you can see, I have imported my constants file, error alert, all of my components which I have created in my components folder. And I have also imported my services and models files as well. So in this screen, first of all, we will be declaring 2 variables which will be of future type. So it is of coronavirus data and second is location source. Now in this coronavirus data future variable, we will be fetching our coronavirus data. So inside our init method, we will initialize it to coronavirus service.getLatest data. So automatically when our app will be open, so first screen will be containing the global data. Okay. So in our scaffold, we will be having an app bar, and in its body, we will be having our future builder. So I hope you might be knowing that what a future builder widget is. Well, this widget will help you to create an instance of future. So whatever object you want to get available on your app, but it will require some time and it will be visible in your app in future. So that's why we will be using future builder widget. So here we will pass our future coronavirus data variable, and in its builder we will be having 2 parameters. First is context and second is snapshot. Now the snapshot variable, it indicates that about the connection state, whether it is in waiting or not. Okay, and the snapshot helps to fetch the data which we are getting in our future variable. So if our future builder has connected with our connection state properly, then we will be returning a data column widget. So in our data column, let me show you. Here we have now. If you have noticed, in our data column widget, we are passing our coronavirus data in the form of snapshot.data. So in our data column, we are returning a column which is having date in first text. Second, we are having location label which will be global. And after that, we are having our stack bar which we have already explained you in our components folder. And after that stack bar, we will be having our stats row. Okay, and below this stats row, we will be having our action button, which will be routing to our next screen. So first, let me tell you that after returning this data column, now first let me tell you that if the connection has been established successfully, if we have retrieved the data, only then we will be showing this data column widget. Else we will be returning an error alert that our internet connection is not there or we are unable to fetch the data. Okay, but before the connection is established, we will be returning a spinkit pulse. Now this spinkit pulse is an alternative of circular progress loader. Okay, so So the app will be waiting till the data is loaded. So till then it will be showing to a spinkit pulse. Okay. So now we will go back to our action button. So here when the user will click, okay, let me show you the picture again. So here as you can see we are having a button. So when the user will click on this button, then we will be fetching the data of every state from India. Okay, so